Going in for my breast augmentation tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So this is kind of my pre-operation, my pre-boob job vlog. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the procedure that I'm getting and what that's kind of going to entail and what I'll be going through. And I'll kind of update you along the healing recovery process as well. But I have been thinking about getting breast augmentation for a long time. I've been unhappy with my breasts for really as long as I can remember, and it's always been something I've been super self-conscious about. So about 2 years ago, I decided I was going to really start thinking about getting breast augmentation and how much I would need to save up and what I would need to go through to kind of heal, how much time I need to take off work. And then about 7 months ago, maybe longer, maybe almost a year ago, I decided to really start looking at plastic surgeons. And oh, you can see my cat back there. um, I went to a couple different doctors before I decided on the doctor that I was going to. They were a bunch of different price ranges. Some of them were less expensive, some of them were more expensive. I talked to 3 or 4 doctors before I decided on the one that I'm going to tomorrow morning. Um, I really wanted somebody who would be personable. Like, I wanted them to really care about me as a person and not just the procedure. And I feel like that was really important to me. When the doctor that I had came into the room, I immediately knew that he was the one. After the other doctors that I talked to, just his bedside manner was better. He really seemed to care about me. He explained everything that we would be going through, gave his professional opinion. One of the things that it's a very little thing, but I really appreciated it. Um, he kind of says if you're going to go back and forth between two sizes, you should probably go with the larger size because you may be more happy with that in the long run. And that's just what he's experienced with his patients in the past. And then he, is going to decide what's going to be best for your body frame, for your shoulder width, for everything like that. But when I went in for my first appointment, all the other doctors that I had been to, that first appointment, even the consultation, they had you try on sizes. And one of the things that he said to me that I really appreciated was he said, I don't ever have people try on sizes in their first visit because I really want them to consider the procedure for as serious as it is and consider all the pros and cons, the risks, the benefits, and make sure they're making it for the right decision before we decide on a size. So that was really important to me. I appreciated that he wanted me to take a step back to look at the actual medical side, the healing side, before I got really excited about having big breasts. So I'm really nervous. I wasn't nervous at all. I booked it like 2 months ago, and I did not start to get nervous until last night. The other thing that I'm worried about is capsular contracture. And they say if you go under the muscle, there's less of a chance that you'll get it. And if you get saline implants, they say it tends to have a less chance that you'll get the capsular contracture, which if you don't know what that is, it's just when scar tissue builds up around the implant pocket because your body knows that there's a foreign object in it and it's going to try to protect itself from it. So it builds scar tissue around it and it can make one breast feel bigger than the other. It can make them kind of feel hard. That's when you see like in Mean Girls when they're like, you should feel her mom's boobs, they're hard as rocks. So she would have had something like that where she has scar tissue building up around that. And that's kind of the thing that makes me nervous is that there's nothing you can do. That's just the way your body handles it. You could have the best plastic surgeon in the entire world and your body could just react that way. And my doctor said that they can give you, if you start to experience that, they can give you an anti-inflammatory that will help reduce that. But I mean, again, there's just something that you would have to handle if it happens. And that was the main thing that was making me put off booking it, was that I was really worried that was going to happen to me. And I just finally had to come to the conclusion that if it happens, I'm just going to handle it. And that's the way it's going to be. And I'll have money set aside to handle it because insurance doesn't cover anything that's involved with your boob job because it's considered like a cosmetic procedure. It's an elective procedure. So any complications that you could have with it, my insurance isn't going to cover, which I understand. So I just have to be prepared for that. I'm excited. I have full support, from my family, my friends, my boyfriend, and I'm very excited for the after, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching.